What's up, family? Man, stress is a serious thing. Stress is serious, man. But stress isn't always bad. You know what I mean? Stress is not always bad. But if you don't handle our stress, stress can become very toxic for you. It can be devastating. It can be deadly. You need stress in your life, naturally, every day. You need some form of stress. When you eat, you put your body and your stomach under stress because your stomach has to break down your food and all that other stuff. That's natural stress. We need stress to excel, to challenge us, to go beyond where we're at. We need that type of stress in our life. When you exercise, I love working out. That puts your body under stress, whether it's running, whatever it is, stretching, whatever, lifting weights, that puts your body under stress. Your body needs that to stay healthy. That's a good thing. Dancing can be stressful to your body. It fatigues your body. That's stress. That's not a bad thing. That's healthy. That's good for you. And that's why we have to rest afterwards to give our bodies a chance to rejuvenate, to refresh itself. There's nothing wrong with that type of stress. But there's a stress that goes unchecked. And that becomes the silent killer. And we die because we don't handle that stress. And that stress leads us to drinking, leads us to drugs, leads us to overeating, to suicide, so many different ways that we kill ourselves, all because we're under stress. And the trip is, most of us don't even realize how stressed out our lives really are. Some of us realize that, man, I'm done. You know what I mean? I can't take no more. We know how much stress we're under. And this is why I tell you, man, you have to learn how to unplug from the matrix. You have to learn how to disconnect from everybody, from everything, and rejuvenate your body, rejuvenate your mind. You have to find healthy ways to deal with your stress. Whether that's drawing, whether that's painting, whether that's making music, whether that's dancing, whether that's martial arts, whether that's doing working on the gym, regardless of what it is, yoga, anything, just a walk in the park. We have to find healthy ways to handle our stress. Most of us self-medicate with alcohol. Most of us self-medicate with this phone, you know what I mean? Social media, with drugs, overeating, religion. There are many ways to self-medicate. And for the most part, it don't work. It can't work. Because you're not dealing with the real issue. You're not tackling the real issue of stress. Why are you up under so much stress? Where's that stress coming from? Can you eliminate some of that stress? And those are the things that we don't do. And sometimes we've lived with stress so much, it becomes normal. It becomes normal to us. It becomes normal for our bodies. And our body is slowly shutting down. Our body is telling us there's something wrong. Our body sends signals to us. We get cramps, we get pains in certain places. Man, just everything, you know what I mean? Our liver starts messing up, our heart starts messing up. All these different functions of the body start acting up because there's something wrong with the body. And it's the pressure, the stress. That's a frequency, family. That's a frequency. And if you're not careful, that frequency is going to kill you before your time. That frequency is going to stop you from reaching your full potential. That frequency is going to stop you from having the joy, the peace, and the happiness that you desire. Because you won't deal with the real issues. I understand that most of us, we don't know how to talk about our emotions. We don't know how to talk about our trauma and the different things that we've gone through. And we're afraid to share that with anybody else because how they're going to see us, because of our jobs, our titles, our relationships, or whatever the case may be. And that terrifies us. I get it. But I challenge you to get a notebook. I challenge you to get a binder or something and just start writing all of that stuff down. Start releasing that excess energy because that's all it is. Start releasing that onto the paper. Start releasing that negativity out of your life. And watch it change your life. Watch it begin to slowly change your health, your mental health. It's one thing to work out and be in shape physically. It's another thing totally different to exercise the mind, to free the mind, to strengthen the mind. And we do that by releasing all of the toxins of stress, of unnecessary stress. See, it's unnecessary to carry all of the stress and the baggage from yesteryear. What happened in my childhood, what happened in my young adult life, and all the other stuff that I cannot control. It makes absolutely no sense to keep carrying that stress, that drama, that trauma with me. It's just excess baggage. It's excess weight. It's slowing me down. It's killing me. It's killing me. It's killing you. So you have to find a way to release it. Whether that's sitting in a bath, a bubble bath with incense burning, candles burning, soft music playing in the background, whether it's taking a me day and going to a spa, going getting a massage, whatever the case may be, you have to find ways to release your stress in a healthy way. It's a trip because as wealthy as America is, as powerful as America is the most stressed out nation in the world. Americans consume more alcohol than anywhere else in the world. Americans consume more drugs than anywhere else in the world. Americans are on more prescribed medication than any other nation in the world. America is obese. It is the most obese nation in the world. America, the most powerful nation in the world. We're the most stressed out, the most frustrated, the most angry. And so often we look at all these other countries, the Middle East and all these other countries, and we say, man, they're so angry. No, it's America. It's America. And it's not even close. It's not even close. The suicide rate is so high here in America. We're killing ourselves because we're stressed out. Because we're stressed out. Stress leads to depression. Stress leads to depression. And you already know, depression can lead to suicide. We're killing ourselves. We're drinking ourselves into the grave. We're getting liver cirrhosis of the liver, Man, we're on so many medications. And that's killing our liver, killing all of our internal organs. We eat so much junk. We're so overweight, so out of shape because we don't take care of ourselves emotionally or physically. And we're paying the price for it. Because we don't take care of our physical body, that adds stress. That adds stress too. All that excess weight you're carrying, you don't feel good about yourself, that adds stress too. You don't look your best, that adds stress too. We have to learn to take care of ourselves. We have to learn to value ourselves. We have to learn to love ourselves. I tell people all the time, you could come to the gym and work out. I do it 5 days a week. But you had better be taking care of your mental health 7 days a week. The mental capacity, your emotional state, is 95% of how you live. It's emotional. The physical aspect, that's what makes us, that's what people see. They see that I'm in shape. They see that I have some size to me. But this means nothing if I don't take care of this. And taking care of this is not about just learning and getting educated on superficial, stupid stuff that means absolutely nothing to me. That's not helping me in any way, shape, or form. Taking care of this means that I'm dealing with the stresses in life. I'm dealing with my trauma. I'm dealing with my baggage. I'm learning how to love myself. I'm learning how to value myself. I'm learning how to establish healthy boundaries. And because I have healthy boundaries, I take care of my physical being. Because I have healthy boundaries, I take care of my mind. Because I have boundaries, emotional boundaries, I don't allow certain negative entities or frequencies around me. Because I have healthy boundaries. Most Americans don't have healthy boundaries. Most Americans don't even understand boundaries or healthy boundaries at all, emotional or physical. We have to grow up. We have to stop being distracted. We have to stop being so superficial and think that life is all about being pretty, being handsome, having a lot of money, having nice cars, having a bunch of tattoos and piercings and all this other stuff makes me who I am. Not really. Not really. You can have all of this and still be messed up in the head. You can have all this and still be depressed and suicidal and full of fear and anxiety and anger. We have to grow up. We have to keep the main thing the main thing. That's this. Our emotional state. I've said this before in so many of my other videos. Your emotional state is your spiritual state. Let me say it again. Your emotional state is your spiritual state. What I'm saying, your emotional well-being is how you are spiritually. That's how you are spiritually. If emotionally you're a wreck, spiritually you're a wreck. They're one and the same. They are the same. You can't be so super spiritual and then be emotionally a wreck. You can't be highly spiritual, and then be suicidal at the same time. Be depressed, full of anger, full of hatred, full of racism and all this otherness, bitterness and anxiety and fear. You can't be spiritual and all this other toxic stuff at the same time. That's not how that works. You have to stop kidding yourself. You have to stop lying to yourself. Your emotional state, your emotional well-being is your spiritual well-being. I don't care how many candles you have. I don't care how many crystals you rock. You know what I mean? I don't care how much sage you burn. If you don't take care of your emotional well-being, none of this stuff means anything. I don't care how much you talk to Jesus, how much you pray, how much you fast. None of that stuff is going to help you if you're not taking care of your emotional well-being. You could read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation 4 times a year. That's not going to benefit you if you don't take care of your emotional well-being. It is what it is. It is what it is. We have to grow up. We have to stop playing games. We have to learn to value ourselves and to take care of our mind. I hope and pray that I said something that's inspired you, that's encouraged you to take a better look at your life, take a better look at your emotional state. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.